Do y'all remember this guy? Yeah, I'm talking about this guy. This guy was my Spider-Man. Last week, I went to go watch the newest Spider-Man film. I thought it was incredible, and they've really nailed the formula for these movies. But walking out of the theater after watching that one, I really felt like we were experiencing greatness. Seeing Spider-Man return to a more grounded version of himself reminded me so much of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. There was a charm that the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films had that I felt for a long time was never reflected in the newer ones. This movie really took me back to when I was a little kid. My mom couldn't afford new costumes every year, so we'd have to reuse the same Spider-Man one over and over. But being a young boy in the early to mid 2000s, I really didn't care. Spider-Man was everything to me. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man films were those type of movies that I would just rewatch over and over again. Me and my siblings would huddle in front of a huge CRT TV, and all we had was a cheap DVD player and Spider-Man 2 on DVD. We didn't care about the cheesiness and campiness that exists in these films. All we wanted to see was Spider-Man save the day yet again. Brand New Day brought back that feeling for me. Tom Holland is at his best here. He is completely bought into the character and understands what makes Spider-Man so great. He projects the classic conflict of being a superhero so well, where he feels he has to make sacrifices to keep his friends and loved ones safe. It is crazy how similar that one is to Brand New Day. You've got a similar situation where Peter Parker is conflicted between being Spider-Man and trying to reach out to his loved ones. In Spider-Man 2, Peter Parker has to watch the love of his life, Mary Jane Watson, get married to another man. And even when she tries to get him to admit his love for her, he can't do it. All because he feels the need to protect her. And in that movie, once his identity is exposed to MJ, he finally admits his love. And in Brand New Day, we see the same thing. Peter Parker refused to reach out to his friends and the love of his life, so he could continue being Spider-Man. And even though it was unintentional, he does eventually make his feelings clear to MJ. Another similar situation that I found in both movies was the portrayal of New York's love for Spider-Man. Obviously, the big one in Spider-Man 2 was the train scene. After stopping a runaway train, you see a group of New Yorkers carrying Spider-Man and laying him gently on the floor. And being unmasked, they promise not to expose his identity. And even when Doc Ock tries to go at Spider-Man again, they all stand in front of him to protect him. Brand New Day has a similar moment to this where Spider-Man is in a hospital. You see a group of New Yorkers standing outside in support of him. Seeing Peter Parker walk through that crowd and witnessing how much love the city has for him was a beautiful moment. But the biggest realization about this film didn't come to me until I looked around me in the theater. There were so many parents with their little kids dressed up as Spider-Man and other characters from the movie. I went to a showing on a Monday at 3 p.m. and at the end of the film, everybody clapped. I realized that just as I was obsessed with Spider-Man when I was younger, Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man belongs to the new generation. It was really beautiful to experience, and I think it gave me a huge appreciation for what Marvel's trying to do here. It's so hard to capture audiences the way they have, but they deserve credit where it's due. I gave Spider-Man Brand New Day a 4.5 on Letterboxd. Usually at this point of the video, I ask for feedback from people that didn't like this movie. I really can't imagine anyone disliking this film. And if you're one of those people that likes to nitpick every single detail and be miserable, then please do that on your own and keep it to yourself. As always, I appreciate those of you that have watched to the end of this video, and make sure you argue with me in the comments.
They love me.